We're going to explore freedom, finding freedom and personal fulfillment in your life. Freedom is so important. It's something that all of us yearn for on a spiritual level. The essence of your spirit is to be free to expand beyond the limitations of the past, to be free from the pain of the past, so that you can soar toward greater wholeness and fulfillment in your life. With freedom, what am I here to give birth to within myself? Renewal is of your personal power, to renew your sense of empowerment, because we all have freedom. We either use it or give it away, but everyone has freedom. We're going to unravel what freedom means and how to apply it today, how to begin to grab hold of the freedom that is your birthright, not only to be aware of it and understand it, but to apply it, to shift it in your body, your mind, your soul, and your spirit. Understanding what freedom is something that most people haven't really considered or thought about. When most people think of freedom, they think about things they want to be free from, free of. I want to be free of the pain. I want to be free of this constriction. I want to be free of this imprisonment or this addictive reaction or this pattern from the past. I want to be free and to get out of something that no longer serves me, that I have outgrown or I have matured beyond. What's important is that is half of the equation. Freedom from and freedom of this situation is half of the equation. The other half of the equation is what you want to be free to be, to think, to feel, to experience. It's not enough just to want to push off of the past, to push away from what you want to get rid of. You also need to have a clear vision of where you want to be. How will your life be different once you're free from the pain? Can I imagine myself being free to feel the pleasure of daily living versus the pain and the struggle? Without the vision of the future, without where you want to go, freedom is limited. People that get stuck, constantly trying to fix the past, trying to fix the pain, trying to fix, it just becomes this endless spiral because they can't even imagine themselves free from it. They can't see themselves being free from this debilitating pain or this destructive relationship or this imprisoning need for alcohol or drugs or food or sex or whatever the addictive reaction is. Freedom from is easy to define because it's in your life. You feel the pain and the imprisonment, and it's easy to define that. Most people are afraid to leap into the future where the fulfillment of that freedom exists. What will be the fulfillment of healing that pain? Can I imagine myself functioning day in, day out, enjoying the freedom that I've been trying to free myself to experience? Can I open up to ground the future that has the freedom in place? That's the part that's trickier. That's the part that people go into self-doubt. They go into a place of, I don't know if I can believe it's possible for me. It's important for you to shift that belief and own the possibility of being free. That takes more work than just, I want to get rid of this bad habit, or I want to stop this imprisoning relationship, or I want to be free from the pain. I need to be able to know what my reality will look like once that pain has ended. I need to be able to dream of a loving relationship that no longer imprisons you. I need to be able to dream myself, see myself, anchor myself in the future where I no longer am at sufferance to that addictive pattern and reaction. The freedom from needs to have a vision of the future in order for you to be able to truly be free. That's the freedom from that leads to a freedom of a new state of being, a new way of functioning and feeling and experiencing yourself is where the fulfillment lies. The month's focus is on freedom and forgiveness because they are so intricately linked. In this year of renewal and rebirth, a rebirthing of your power, a rebirthing of your purpose, and a rebirthing of your energy is so much the key to reawaken a new level of consciousness. This new level of consciousness, at its foundation, is born of freedom. The word freedom compels everyone. Everyone loves the word freedom. If they were to tell themselves the truth, there's also an inhibitance, a reluctance, a resistance to freedom, a resistance to being free, because I understand and I know how to deal with the limitations and the restrictions and even the pain. I know how to deal with that. But to be free from those things, when so many people identify who they are with the pain and the suffering, they identify themselves with those ideas that I'm the struggler. That's how I value myself, is how hard I struggle in life. Well, to be free of the struggle means I need to be free from my own identity, how I see myself. Freedom, it's inherently linked to the core and the essence of your being. That's what scares you. That's what challenges you. Because all change, regardless of its nature, positive or negative, all change, expansive or constricting, all change produces chaos. To change at the core level of your being, where I let go of the pain of my past, I unlock the prison door from this relationship that no longer serves me. I step beyond it, or I open up and heal a conditioned response that is rooted in addictive behavior. That all hinges upon me changing at a deep fundamental level. To be free, to see myself free from, is an identity crisis oftentimes. I can't even imagine myself stopping this bad habit. I can't even imagine myself without the daily struggle that I've been putting myself through. Freedom is such an essential part of your nature. It is a part of your spirituality. It is part of the real seeking and searching of your destiny. Every one of you have a destiny. Our destiny is our destination. It is where you are going and the reason you're going there. The ego has a certain destination to survive, to struggle, to prove your value and worth, often through suffering and struggling, is what the ego has been conditioned to believe is the way of the world. The form will give me the feeling and the function. If I can just get enough money, if I can just find the right relationship, if I can just stop this bad habit, if I can just control the physical needs, the physical reactions, your ego, and all of us have an ego, has a destination of struggle and frustration ultimately. It is the default destiny. A person who doesn't choose to deepen their awareness and understanding of their true nature, of their soul and their spirit, when they choose to believe that all that matters about me is how I look and appear, what I do for a living, and how many degrees on the wall, all the trappings of the form, that becomes the motivation for living, is to get more form, to get more education, to get more, to get more, to get more, but not to be more, not to see myself as more. That becomes a limitation. Our spirituality and our true destiny of our soul and spirit is always a choice. In order to have a choice, you need two possibilities, right? The ego's possibilities out there is to continue to just get through life and to survive and to make it from week to week, paycheck to paycheck, to get through your life, and to maybe splurge on a 2-week vacation once a year. It becomes the same old, no challenge, no reaching, no stretching, just existing. Many people on that path of the ego's destination, what is their destiny? To retire one day, because they don't even enjoy their work. That's sad and it's frustrating, but it is a destiny. We all need a designed destination, because it is that destination that is motivating you and pulling you forward. It is your future and your concept of the future that is changing and influencing how you think and feel today. When you have a bright future, when you have dreams of a future, when you can imagine the most beautiful possibilities manifesting, it changes how you think, feel, and behave currently. Your destiny is a choice. Am I going to be free? Hear that. Be free from my ego's designed destiny to suffer, to struggle, to get through life, to pay my dues so I can finally retire and take it easy and enjoy my life once I'm in my 60s or 70s. That's a choice. We all have that choice. Your destiny is based upon, am I choosing to be free of the ego's destination? And am I choosing to explore the many realms of the possibilities within me, the possibilities of my soul and my spirit, to find the fulfillment of what it means to be who I am, to be the unique expression of God, Goddess, all that is, my divine destiny of who you truly are. That choice always requires you to face freedom. The freedom from what has been already designed and designated as who you are. The freedom from the constrictions of labels and identifications that you have experienced in life, not to say they were wrong, no, but to move beyond them. Many people get caught up in a label. This is what it means to be a man. This is what it means to be a woman. This is what it means to be Southern. This is what it means to be from the North or from the West Coast or the East Coast. All the societal norms, all of the restrictions, all of the labels. Who am I? Oh, I know who I am. I'm an alcoholic, codependent, schizophrenic, fill in the blank. There's all these labels that the ego loves to cling to because then at least I have an answer. It's a painful answer. It's a frustrating answer, but at least I know who I am. And you identify with a label. Perhaps your parents demonstrated, perhaps well-meaning teachers, siblings, other people. You create a limited persona. That served you. You needed it the first part of your life. As a child, adolescent, a teenager, as you grow into the mature grown-up, you needed to have an anchoring to the physical world. You adopted what most other people define for you. The spiritual challenge is to move beyond those self-defined, self-chosen identities that you've clung to. To be free is scary because when you shift out of the way you've identified yourself, it's scary because you feel a sense of dread. Dread is a different form of fear. It's different. Dread is the imminent threat of your very being. Where fear can come about with, I'm afraid I'm going to lose my house, I'm going to lose my car, my job, my financial security. Those are fears. Dread is deeper. Dread is, if I change and heal this pain from my past, then I no longer have to numb out with this addictive reaction. I have built an identity and image of myself as being the struggler around this identity of smoking or drinking or drugs or whatever. I have built an identity. So it's not enough just to be free. Yes, I want to be free from the negativity of that pattern, but am I willing to be free to be a different person, to become more of who you are? This hinges upon a couple of those choices that each of our destiny challenges us. The first way to shift into explore freedom is understanding that you are a spiritual being. You are a being. From your beingness, from your presence, from your energy, your resonance made up of your attitudes, beliefs, thoughts, feelings, who you are as a being, you then take action to do things. The ego is only concerned with the freedom of the actions, but they never stop to change and shift into who am I going to be while I'm taking those actions. One of the first secrets of freedom is to choose who am I going to be today, in this moment, in this meeting, in this job interview. Who am I going to be? You always have the freedom to choose that. Am I going to be empowered or powerless? When you step into and own the truth and beauty of who you are as a spiritual being, you can feel the value of your uniqueness that you have to give to the world. You can step into that presence of power, being powerful, not doing powerful, being powerful. You begin by choosing, who am I going to be as I move forward? Shift your image and identity to see yourself being loved, valued, appreciated, supported by life itself. Can set you free from the imprisonment where you felt misunderstood, unappreciated, taken advantage of, overworked, underpaid, all the different consequences of the past. The first secret is to know that I need to shift the beingness of my nature. As you lie in bed in the morning, who am I going to be today? You're in between the waking state and the dream state. Make that choice. Today is going to be a wonderful day. Today I'm going to explore new possibilities for healing or changing or growth. Today I'm going to be empowered. I'm going to be loving, compassionate, connected. I'm going to be there to support and value myself and others in that order. Because you really can't support and value others until you have valued and supported yourself. Freedom challenges you to become more of who you are. That's the scary part, because we've so identified with the limitations of the ego that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not valuable enough yet, I haven't learned enough, I haven't done enough, never enough, never enough, never enough. That's the cornerstone in the foundation that the ego feels is, I'm not enough. Guess what? Your ego's right. If you just listen to your ego, you want to create your dreams, your ego is not enough to get you there. It knows it inherently. It knows it needs help and assistance. It needs a soul and a spirit and a dream and a vision. It needs your empowered self to fulfill your destiny. Your ego cannot do it alone. As much as it would like to pretend it can, it can't. Deep down, it knows that. Becoming free is an opportunity to accelerate your growth and your evolution on planet Earth. All of us are here on a spiritual journey to gain greater freedom, to be who you are destined to be on a soul level. As you are embracing and reaching, stretching, to expand your concept of self as a spiritual being who also is a human being. It's not either or. It's not, I'm going to be spiritual and abandon and get rid of this mundane part of my reality called my physical world. No, your goal is to awaken as a spiritual being and then to create heaven on earth, to transform the frustration of the ego's destiny into fulfillment, being fully filled with what? Your value, being fully filled with your power, the power it takes to change, to create, to manifest your dreams that you desire for yourself, for other people, and for humanity. That is what to be fully filled with your value, your power, to be fully filled with the love of your spiritual nature, the love of your soul, which is eternal, a love that doesn't suffer and sacrifice, a love that heals and attracts and creates magic and miracles in your life.